Here we are again. Okay, just leave that handy so I can see what's going on here. Thank you for your order. Okay, well there that is. I'm not going to be able to get to this for a long time because John Deere's down. I got to cut grass. So there's that thing that holds on the thing. I'd rather do that than weld it. I'm not too keen on welding that pump for any number of reasons. There's two quarter plugs. We're going to be plugging off the old oil filter adapter, and we're going to put this up inside that hidden chamber up there that you hear so much about. So these are 1/4-inch pipe. So, red horse. Okay, and I got, let's see. Oh, I got 4 of these. I thought it was one packet. That's okay. I don't mind. I can use these on something. Okay, I've got 4 of those. That makes me feel a little better, actually. And let's see what's in the mailing box. Okay, I think that's going to be an adapter. So the reason I got another adapter was because after I break these bearings in, I want to have the chance to put this in and have the bypass thing going. I'm going to put the 1/4-inch plug in the old adapter because I got a feeling that spring is probably sprung. Here, let me get glasses while I lift this out, huh? All right. So underneath, you guys who do this know it, but there's behind here is a spring. You can actually see it, and don't look like much, does it? And well, they try to give you a little bit of a mesh filter there. Don't want that paper to get on anything important. So there that is. So one, I'm going to seal one up, and then the other one, I'm going to have this one on standby because the spring is newer. And then I got these Clevite 10-overs made in Brazil. I know somebody in Brazil. Let's see. Okay, so we'll go compare those and make sure those are right. They should be. That's a pretty common thing. All right, let's get down there one of these days because I got to take the axle out of that 2305 and go to the John Deere dealer, and that's what I'm looking at now. Is how to get the bearing and everything out. It looks like you just pull the axle out. I was thinking there for a while you're going to take the back cover off like on a Dodge axle or Chevy axle and pull some kind of little circlip out or something. But hopefully it ain't that way. Find out soon enough. Things leaking like a sieve. Time to get started. I've got a couple hours. So I've learned something interesting about, this is a FelPro and this is a Summit oil pan gasket, obviously. And this one's brand new. This one doesn't have much time on it. But they don't fit very good up here. Like I said earlier, that's pretty sloppy. I mean, don't make you feel like it's going to work too good. Maybe it looks like it goes up inside from the dent there. I just don't love that. I'll be honest with you. Let's try the Summit one. Even back here, I guess it's okay. But no matter what it does on the top side, the bottom side, dang, I think that one may be a little better. You know, dang if that one ain't a little better. So I guess we're going with the gray one here. I don't know. Just don't know. But it does look like, we'll look at it in a second. It looks like it does ride up in there. It says don't use silicone but on the corners, but the other thing I noticed too was, see, this has, ruffles have ridges. This has ridges. Look how dirty that got. Just sitting here from pollen and stuff. But they're not very obtuse ridges. And the bottom of this is flat. And I think on my old pan, you could sort of see the dye kind of rinsing down on this side. So, I don't know. Alright, well, let's go over the layout here. I got red Loctite, blue Loctite. I got my streamline with the new battery. I got the long bolts for the thick gasket. I did not keep those blue cinch it on things, but I think I can get by without those. I got the bolts for the main rear main. I pulled a rear main cap, main bearing. Had to pull a rear main cap, and got to put this in the ultrasonic. And this is the number 2 rod bearing, and everything's scratched to pieces. So I think I may just go heat that up back there and just soak these things. And because I've got other work to do. I've got my threads here. There's my blueprinted thing you saw the other day. I'm going to use my cambot there to go up into the oil pan once I get this on here with the Clevite or whatever this is. I can't remember what it is. These are Clevite. I forget what it is. Pioneer. And I got my new driving stick with the metal base on it. We talked about all this the other day. If you're going to use a plug into one of these, this is brand new. Like I said, I'm going to save that one and redo the other one. A lot of oil filters have bypass valves built in. This does not. You can look it up. And so if you bypass it here and you don't bypass it here, you didn't bypass it. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I got all this other stuff I'm going to try to use up when it comes time for oil pan. There's not a lot of pressure on that pan. So let's go get the ultrasonic heated up, and let's make sure that everything's when we disassemble it. I think all the rod bearings are going to be marked, but you can't rotate the shaft until you to get to all the bolts to pull them out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've done it before. I'll do it again. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Between sharp razor blades and nice new sharp screwdrivers and a lot of time, you got to get the silicone off of this surface, the opposite surface, all down in here, all down in the cracks with your picks, and all around the outside. And this thing's ready to take a bath, and all around out here. And you're just gonna get off all you can. You're gonna need some air. You're gonna need a lot of time. So got that one going. Let's see if I can get the front one off. And so you know what this means, don't you? This means I need you to hit the subscribe button. I got a green one here. Okay, let's go up. I measured the depth on this old pan, and it's 7.5, so it's a 1/4 inch deeper than the one I got. I don't think that's going to cause any problems. So anyway, I think this thing has served its time. It's kind of all bent and warped and everything. So here's the old valve covers over there. You see the old valve covers? So that goes there. So here we are underneath. Got a little bit of cleaning to do. Got lucky, it looks like that seal's about to come out of there. And that's good. Remember, there's arrows on these. And you don't even have to see the Indians, because there are arrows on those and they are marked. So that's okay. But do them one at a time anyway. That's the best way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull off that front one. And it's time to look up into here. There's that plug you hear tell of. So am I going to take that out? I don't think so. I thought about taking that. Yeah, I'm talking right here. That hidden plug. That looks just fine. So there's that thing. The numbers are facing toward the block. Let's get that off, and let's see what that spring's like in there. That'd be interesting. All right, let's pull the front cap off and clean all the silicone off of it. I'll loosen the others, and let's see, I can get 1 and 2 pistons, and then we'll rock around the clock here. I gotta go get my assembly lube, right? All right. They look like cracks, but they're not. There's the original oil filter adapter, GM part number on it. That makes you a little nervy. There's no gasket there. I don't guess there's supposed to be. I looked. I don't see one. It was in there pretty tight. Interesting. Would you put a little bit of sealant around that? Maybe not. I don't know. I really just don't know. Let's shoot some of this. I got this thing. I like this thing. Saves a lot on the cans, because when you can use this thing, use it. Saves a lot of money. I buy a 5-gallon bucket of the stuff, and I hadn't gone through 5 gallons in a couple of years because I don't use it that often. But, okay, well, let's do one thing at a time. This is why I only needed a 2-pack of these, just because of that right there. Okay, well, let's clean it off a little better. I was all ready to go back there and do battle with this thing. This little, what looks like a washer here. And there you go. I thought I was going to be dremeling and everything else. So all that dirt flows through this particular area. And there's that little screen. So let's go back there and tap this out. And good golly. Good old GM, huh? I mean, I took it out with my fingernail. I mean, it ain't going to go anywhere really. Let's just poke that on out of there. It'll just fall, and it does. So there's your little screen. Is that a screen or a plug? That ain't a screen. That's a plug. Ugh, that's even worse. Okay. Well, if you want to be that way, you can be. Well, let's go tap this out. And which way would you do it? Let's just tap it all the way through. I think I'd do it on the back end. Well, there's only one way really to do it, isn't there? That's the screw hole. I was on the wrong thing. Just thinking, wow, that ain't a lot to grab, is it? I'm looking at that other one in that box over there, wondering. Well, I'm wondering where you went wrong. Wondering if I need you to save me. Well, I'm wondering. Okay, well, just keep wondering, I guess. Let's go back there and tap this thing. I just don't know what to do. Got less than an hour. Okay, cool. Get a lot done. Have fun. Take your time. Okay, this plug, this little blue plug, is a 1/4-inch pipe, NPT, and so the thing is, this does not fit my little tool there. So luckily I have these. Hopefully it fits and don't fit in them. Okay. Well, I'll figure out something. I'll go up there and measure it, and I'll figure out something. Got it in the vise already. So ready to go. It's just a matter of going. I don't think I'm going to need to drill that out any. There's not enough there to worry about it. Okay, let's go see what fits. I'm going to put this back. I got this in that big hammer, right? I got to put that stuff back. Okay, luckily I have the SunX kit here, and it seems to be right here. Okay, so I got that going for me, and then I think this is all I'm going to need. My little stubby. Don't drop your taps, okay? And I got a little stubby 1/2-inch stripe, so that ought to do it. Let's go back here and do it. Okay, the best way to hold this in the vise is tall-wise, like this. And I've already got it started. It didn't take very long. It's definitely some kind of softer alloy. Okay, this is definitely 2 hands, but I just wanted to show you the mounting procedure. You know what I mean? Monday mornings and Friday afternoons. Okay, we got this going. I got my big T handle here, and then there's that, and it tapers and it gets tight. It's through enough that I don't think will interfere with the oil filter, but I ain't gonna risk it. I'm gonna try to get it to go in there a little bit tighter, a little bit flatter. Might as well try to do our best. Come on. Well, we'll worry about getting that out later, but anyway, we're gonna go a little bit more, and then we're gonna put JB Weld in it. I don't know what else to do. Sounds like a good idea to me. I got a whole couple of days, so I got plenty of time for JB Weld. Okay, now because this is tapered, the other one, I think the other designation from NPT is a straight thread thing. You just, you know, you take some out, eke a little bit out, and just keep testing it, okay? Because I'm about there, so, as you can tell. So this is careful fitment, because I do think I want that to be flush. I don't know why, just my thing. And we're going to put JB Weld in there anyway. It's going to be fine. Okay, get your Dremel. And I had that little tool left on there from the other day doing the oil pump, and I got a bunch of flakes out of there. So make sure you go around in there and get all that done. And let's go put the JB Weld on it, and I'll show you that what it looks like, and then go to, well, I got to pull that rear thing off and put it in here. I keep forgetting. Always trying to find a spot to put the cam bot. So I just mixed up my JB Weld right there. Right there's a good spot as any. So there's my plug. I don't know if it's focusing. I'm not looking at the monitor. And so we're going to put that in. And there you go. And we're going to just dab that around. And then we're going to kind of, that's where I want it right there. Sometimes that thing comes out easy and sometimes it don't. Okay, let's get it in there a little bit more. Okay. Then we'll kind of dab it around. Get it all down in the threads there. Now see, I've got a little extra, and I'm going to put that on the other end, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, see what I was afraid of here. Got a little bit right there. Don't think it matters. So there you go, nice and flat, and I got it all down in there. And I was kind of afraid if that pokes out, it's going to hit right here on the K&N. So let's do this. I don't think we're going to have any troubles at all. I can't do it like that, I guess. Yeah, we're not going to foul on anything there. I think we're going to be just dandy. So if I can screw it all the way in and that thing's not making contact, then we're there. Okay, so that's all the way in. It's making contact somewhere, but it's not making contact on my plug, so that takes care of that. Okay, that's good. All right, put this back in the box to keep it clean. Now, I'm a fill it up guy if you can. I don't care what anybody else says, contamination, whatever. Go to the Lake Speed Juniors thing and they do a thing. Fill this up before you put it on the car, as full as you can get it. My method, but do things at your own risk. Read the disclaimer below. Here is the front main bearing cap, and you can now see the timing chain and everything. And dadgum, I thought that was a little more complicated than that. And once again, notice the arrow going forward. So I might go ahead and just change them out and now work my way back and kind of put them up there at like 10 pound-feet. And is this the, I don't know, we'll worry about that in a minute. I was wondering which way these keyed. So you can tell it's a little scratched. It's not bad, but that's the very front one and very back one don't take the abuse the middle ones do. So there you go. I thought it was going to be as complicated as the rear one with all that other mess on it. Simple as can be. Okay, cool. So I think the only thing I really have to put in here is this thing. So we're going to just put that in there and let her buck. Just let it heat and vibrate. Okay, I don't see how hot it is. It's just like 100 and something degrees, maybe 30 something, 38ish something Celsius. Okay, but we're going to go on up and we're going to clean that thing real thoroughly. I got to get that rear seal out. It's already kind of come out some, so I'm lucky about that. I guess it sort of stuck a little bit to the when I was pulling this cap out. Okay, I'm not going to turn this on with camera on. Like I said, speakers don't like that. Okay, I got the front, main, upper, and lower out. Not very hard. I do recommend you loosen all of your things. You're going to take them off anyway. Differences make. So, and this I was telling you about, I got lucky on. See, that thing's about out of there. And it looks like I had it on there the right way. Okay. So, I don't know why this thing was leaking so bad. But there it is. Okay. Yeah, look, you got plenty of room for that filter and stuff in there. Okay. Oh. So there we are. And we're going to shove that right there. And that should just come right on out of there. Okay, and it does. Okay. Luckier than I ever imagined. Let's see if I can get a fingernail on that. I'm going to have to take my gloves off anyway. I got to go pull the knots out of my hair and clean my fingernails and stuff like that. So, oh boy, walk like an Egyptian. That's a good song to end on. Kind of an upbeat kind of a deal. So we're going to take our fingernail, and there's nothing there. There's not a fingernail in. So that ought to seal up good. And you got to get the goo off of there. However you're going to do that. Okay, well, let's go. We'll start again tomorrow. I was watching my video on measuring the depth for the pickup tube, or the pickup screen, and I wanted to show you a little trick. So it's the thickness of that real thick silicone oil pan gasket is 3/16. So what you can do is you can go to well, 1/16, 1/8, 5/32, 3/16. So you got that in there, and then you can just hit 0, and then you, or turn it off. I meant to hit 0. Let's 0 it out. Leave it at 3/16, and then it's 7 1/4, and so then you can go up 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then you can 0 that out, and then you just go down, and you end up with 29/64 or 7/16. So that would be the way you could calculate the weird number. I mean, you can just add the 7 inches. So 7 and 7/16 would be the total. So you just need to minus out and come back to 7, and then I'll do it later. But there's tricks you can use with these really nice digital fractional micrometers like that. You can do additive things and subtractive things and get your numbers kind of cool that way. So that's just a little trick. So thickness of the gasket, the overage of the 7 1/4 on the depth of the pan. So just your quarter, you can do the quarter and 0 it, and then do your 3/16, and then that'll give you your total. So this is a cool tool if you saves a lot of time and trouble.